Tengen Uzui versus Toji Fushiguro, two men who don't rely on flashy magic or overwhelming energy blasts, but on pure physical dominance, precision, and killing efficiency. Before we break this down, if you enjoy detailed anime battle analysis and cinematic matchups like this, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Now let's talk about what happens when elegance meets brutality. Tengen Uzui isn't just a swordsman. He's a former shinobi raised in one of the harshest training environments imaginable. From childhood, he wasn't taught how to live. He was taught how to survive, how to kill, how to move silently, how to complete missions no matter the cost. By the time he joined the Demon Slayer Corps, Tengen was already operating like a human weapon. Becoming a Hashira only refined that weapon. Physically, he's a monster. His blades aren't normal katana. They're oversized Nichiren cleavers, each one heavier than most swords combined, linked together by a chain. And somehow, he swings them like they weigh nothing. Every strike carries enough force to crater streets. Every clash sends debris flying like explosions. During the fight against Gyutaro, entire buildings collapsed just from the shockwaves of their attacks. And that wasn't even his limit. Tengen is also one of the fastest Hashira alive. Fast enough to disappear mid-step. Fast enough to blitz upper moon demons. Fast enough that even enhanced demon senses struggle to keep up. Then there's his ninja toolkit. Explosives, smoke bombs, poison resistance, enhanced hearing, and finally, his most dangerous ability, musical score. Tengen listens to combat like it's music. Every movement has rhythm. Every attack has timing. Once he hears the song, he can predict everything. It turns chaos into a pattern, and once the pattern is solved, the fight becomes one-sided. The longer you fight Tengen, the worse your chances get. But then there's Toji, and Toji doesn't let fights last. Toji Fushiguro is something completely different. No cursed energy, no flashy techniques, no supernatural aura, and yet he terrified the entire Jujutsu world. Because what he lacks in energy, he makes up for with raw, unnatural physical power. His heavenly restrictions stripped away cursed energy entirely. In return, his body surpassed human limits to an absurd degree. Strength that crushes reinforced sorcerers, speed that outpaces trained exorcists, reflexes sharp enough to react to attacks most people can't even see. This is a man who hunted sorcerers for a living, and not weak ones, special grades, elite fighters, people with reality-bending techniques. Toji killed them anyway, casually. He once overwhelmed a young Gojo Satoru, the same Gojo considered untouchable. He moved so fast that even the Six Eyes struggled to process him. That alone tells you everything about his speed tier. Then comes his arsenal. Cursed tools designed specifically for murder. The inverted spear of heaven that cancels techniques. Blades that extend unpredictably. Brute force weapons like playful cloud. Guns, hidden curses. Ambush tactics. Toji doesn't duel opponents. He executes them. He studies. He waits. Then he ends the fight before it truly begins. No speeches, no back and forth, just a clean kill. So what happens when these two collide? In strength, they're closer than you'd expect. Both can level buildings. Both can send opponents flying through structures. Both are easily superhuman. Durability is similar too. They're tough, but not immortal. No regeneration, no second chances. One lethal hit could end everything. But speed changes the equation. Tengen is fast. Toji is faster, not slightly, noticeably. Toji scales to fighters who react to near-instant attacks and still manages to blitz them. That puts him in a completely different reaction tier, meaning he likely lands first contact. And in assassin fights, first contact usually decides everything. Tengen's musical score is incredibly powerful, but it needs time. Time to observe, time to adapt. Time Toji simply doesn't give. Toji's entire style is built around ending battles immediately. Ambush, blind spots, unpredictable angles, lethal precision. Before Tengen can fully hear the rhythm, Toji is already inside his guard. The battlefield wouldn't stay quiet for long though. Explosions lighting up the streets, chains clashing against steel, shockwaves tearing through walls, two assassins moving so fast they're barely visible. It would be chaotic, violent, beautiful, but short, because Toji doesn't fight wars of attrition. He hunts, and hunters strike first. More often than not, Toji's speed and killer instinct give him the edge before Tengen's analysis can fully develop. Tengen makes it flashy, Toji makes it final, and in most outcomes, the sorcerer killer walks away. If you enjoyed this cinematic breakdown and want more anime matchups like this, subscribe and drop the next fight you want analyzed in the comments. Dark Frame Studios has a lot more coming.